The surface looks almost peaceful. You're floating in open water, somewhere in the Pacific, hundreds of miles from the nearest land. It's night. No moon. The stars are out, but they don't help. They just remind you how far you are from anything. The water is warm, around 25 degrees Celsius. Comfortable, almost. Your body floats naturally. You can breathe. You can move. For a few minutes, you might even convince yourself this is survivable. It isn't. Because the ocean at night isn't empty. It's waking up. Every evening, something happens in the deep ocean that most people never think about. It's called the Deal Vertical Migration, the largest animal movement on Earth. Billions of creatures rise from the depths to feed in the darkness. Squid, jellyfish, lanternfish. Things without names. They've been doing this for millions of years, long before humans existed. And right now, they're rising toward you. You won't see them coming. The water is black. Not dark. Black. The kind of black where your eyes never adjust because there's nothing to adjust to. You could wave your hand in front of your face and miss it entirely. So you float there, treading water, surrounded by movement you can't perceive. Occasionally, something brushes your leg. You tell yourself, it's nothing. It probably isn't nothing. But here's the thing. At the surface, you're not in immediate danger from predators. Sharks don't hunt at the surface at night the way movies suggest. Most deep-sea creatures rising to feed are after plankton, not you. The real problem isn't teeth. The real problem is that you're losing heat. Even in warm tropical water, your core temperature starts dropping within the first hour. Water conducts heat away from your body 25 times faster than air. You won't feel cold at first. You'll feel tired. Your muscles will start to ache. Your coordination will slip. And slowly, without drama, hypothermia will begin. But you're not going to die at the surface. You're going to sink. The human body is almost neutrally buoyant. Almost. When you're calm, with full lungs, you float. But exhaustion changes things. Panic changes things. And once your muscles start failing, once you can't keep your head above water, the descent begins. You don't plummet. You drift. Slowly at first, maybe half a meter per second. The surface light disappears faster than you expect. Within 30 meters, it's gone entirely. Welcome to the twilight zone. This is where sunlight dies. The water here is around 10 to 15 degrees Celsius, cold enough to accelerate heat loss, but not cold enough to kill you quickly. You're still conscious. You're still aware. And that's the problem, because now your senses start lying to you. Without light, your brain has nothing to anchor to. No up, no down, no reference point. You might be sinking. You might be rising. You might be spinning slowly and not know it. The pressure is building, about 1 atmosphere every 10 meters, and your ears are screaming, but you can't equalize because you're not thinking clearly anymore. At around 100 meters, the last photons of blue light vanish. True darkness begins. Most people think this is the scariest part. They're wrong. And then you see something. A flash. Blue-green. Brief. Then another, further away. Then dozens, sun scattered across the void like dying stars. Bioluminescence. The twilight zone is full of creatures that make their own light. Not to help you, but to hunt, to mate, to confuse predators. You're falling through a field of living signals you can't read. Some of those lights are lures, some are warnings. You don't know which is which. Something large passes below you. You don't see it, you feel it. A pressure wave, a displacement of water. It doesn't care about you. It's chasing something else. But for a moment, you understand exactly how small you are. And then, you keep sinking. At 300 meters, the cold becomes absolute. The water temperature drops to around 5 or 6 degrees Celsius. Your body is shutting down now. Blood is retreating from your extremities, concentrating around your core in a desperate attempt to keep your organs functioning. Your fingers are numb. Your thoughts are slowing. Hypothermia isn't painful at this stage. It's quiet, almost gentle. The pressure is 30 atmospheres, 30 times what you experience standing on a beach. Your lungs, if they still contained air, would be compressed to a fraction of their normal volume. But you stopped holding your breath long ago. The ocean is inside you now. This is the midnight zone. No light reaches here. None. The only illumination comes from the creatures themselves, and most of them have stopped glowing. They don't need to attract anything down here. Food is scarce. Energy is precious. Everything moves slowly, conserves carefully, waits patiently. You're still sinking. At this depth, the animals are different, slower, stranger, adapted for pressure, for cold, for a darkness that never ends. Something small brushes past you. Something much larger displaces the water below. Nothing touches you. That's worse. These creatures can sense your movement, your vibrations. The electricity your dying muscles still generate. Some of them drift closer. Not to attack. You're too big, too unfamiliar. But they're curious. In a place where nothing changes for years at a time, you're an event. You're also running out of time. Below 1,000 meters, the ocean stops trying to kill you. It just waits. The pressure here is over 100 atmospheres. Your soft tissues are compressing. Your cells are failing. But you don't feel it anymore. Consciousness faded somewhere above, probably around 500 meters, when the oxygen debt finally caught up with you. What's left is just physics. Your body continues to descend, slower now as the density of the water increases. The temperature hovers just above freezing, around 2 degrees Celsius. It will stay that way all the way to the bottom. The deep ocean doesn't have seasons. It doesn't have weather. It has patience. At 4,000 meters, you might reach the abyssal plain, a vast, flat emptiness stretching for thousands of kilometers. The sediment here is made of marine snow, the accumulated remains of everything that died above. Tiny fragments of shells, scales, bones, decades worth of death, drifting down constantly, building up centimeter by centimeter over millions of years. You'll become part of that snow. Within hours, scavengers will find you. Hagfish, sleeper sharks, and bone-eating worms called osedacs that will colonize your skeleton like a garden. In the deep ocean, nothing is wasted. Every calorie matters. You'll be processed, distributed, recycled into an ecosystem that has been running since before dinosaurs existed. No memorial, no marker, just chemistry.